Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday morning, November 6th. We're looking at charts this morning. We'll get to the market profile from Window Trader in a minute because I think this is more important to start to see where we are after yesterday's election, okay? Now, we do have more nonsense tomorrow with the Fed, but I think it's a good idea to start top down on what our charts look like and then look at the intraday, what we're going to be facing today, which is not going to be easy, by the way. Okay? So here is the S&P. We'll start with that first. Remember, we were up on the monthly. ES missed taking out October's low by one tick. Okay? Now, we're trading right now. Again, there's 2 hours to go prior to the opening. I'm doing this early because I have things to do, and it's just a bigger picture outlook. To try to give you a game plan would be silly with the range we have. But we're trading at 589 right now. Okay, the previous high was 586.12. So we're still up. Okay? Nothing changed in the monthly. The weekly, I had down. Right? We were one time framing down 3 weeks. So no matter how high we go this week, in the last 3 days, it's going to be balanced for me. This week's low will be the low of it, and obviously this week's high will be it's going to be the whole balance. Okay? So, right, markets don't go bare bulls. So to me, we're just coming back into balance on the weekly, and this week we'll be forming our balance going into next week. Okay? But again, very bullish. And a possibility of an outside week up by the end of the week, right? Again, it's only Wednesday. We haven't even started trading. We have no idea how this market's going to react come regular trading hours. However, if we close above 583.32 on Friday, we'll have an outside week up. Still balanced, though. The daily. Now, this is really getting interesting. We had an island. We did not have an island top in ES. We did not. And Q does. We'll look at that in a moment. But we're going to be leaving an island bottom now in ES. Okay? We gapped lower 4 days ago, and now we're gapping higher to leave these 4 days all alone. So you're going to be going from balance to up. So the S&P is up on the monthly and daily. The weekly is balanced with the potential for an outside week up by the end of the week. Now let's go to NQ. Remember, their monthly's been in balance. They need to take out the all-time high to come out of that. They're trading at just below 500. The all-time high is 503.52. So, as big a move as this is, it's still balance on the monthly. Okay? Balance rules will apply if NQ gets close to its all-time high. You're going to have a lot going on here these next bunch of days. Gap rules, balance rules. Keep that in mind. The weekly was in balance. They weren't down like ES. So the weekly will be going up this morning. Okay? A lot of, subtle differences between the indices. So the monthly is balanced, the weekly is up after today, unless we have a catastrophic takeback. The daily, now this is really interesting. They had an island top 5 days ago, right? We gapped higher, spent 4 days up there, then gapped lower. Now it's going to be the reverse. We're taking back the island top and going to leave an island bottom, just like in ES. What does that tell us? It tells us the emotional trading is extreme out there. We're dealing with short-term players. There's still no long-term money. If you think there's any long-term money yet in this market, in the indices, okay, there's not. The volume right now is good, 1.5 million in ES. Actually, the Russell's volume at 2.5 million is the heaviest right now. But that's not long-term money coming in yet. So the monthly is balanced, the weekly is up, and the daily is going up and leaving an island bottom. And then let's finish off with the Russell, and then we'll go to the profile. The monthly has been in balance. We're trading at 237.49 right now. The all-time high is 244.46. So the Russell is starting to get closer and closer to an all-time high, which they have not hit since November 8th of 2021. Today is November 6th. So is it possible we're going to go and get an all-time high in the Russell almost 3 years later at some point? Right now, they're looking to explode out of a 5-month balance. Very, very impressive. They'll be up on the monthly. The weekly, coming out of balance, up. And the daily, also up. Right? They went up yesterday out of balance. Now they're exploding out of it to the upside. So the Russell is the only one right now that is up on all 3 time frames once today starts trading. So that's your bigger picture. So when people start saying, oh, this is ridiculous, we're going to pull back, and things of that nature, look, we may pull back, no doubt about it. However, you might pull back today, but the bigger picture has now turned bullish in a lot of these cases. Now look at this profiles. The ranges are tremendous. Look at how many destinations we're taking out here. The one thing that's firmly being established is our all-time high is once again where? In the overnight in ES. Not in NQ yet. In fact, NQ's overnight high missed the monthly poor high from October. So far, again, they still have to go all the way up to 917 to take out their all-time high in regular trading hours and 984 to take out July 11th's overnight all-time high. Now, why did I say today's going to be difficult? It's quite simple. Until you get market-generated information, we have a huge overnight range. Huge. Right? What are we going to lean on? Where do we want to get long on a pullback? Do I want to short this? No. Is the overnight long? Of course it is. So maybe we'll get a pullback. But early on, I am not looking to short this market. You're going to have gap. You're going to have value. You're going to have indices. ES is up over 2%. NQ 1.5%. Righty is up 6%. That's not something you want to stand in front of and short. Okay, I'm just saying. Can you get a quick pullback on the opening? Sure. So, if at 9:30, and again, we have a long way to go, we open near the overnight highs in any of these. Well, not righty. Righty generally doesn't front run overnights. But if you open near ES or NQ's overnight high, I don't have a problem if you front run that because you have something to lean on as an out. If, however, we open away from them and then start going for them, again, I would probably take the long to go get them. If, however, we don't go for them and we pull back pretty good, I won't do anything in A period. I probably won't even look for a long. I'd rather look to see what B period does if it goes and takes out A's high to one time frame up or even A's low. Now, again, I would not expect a trend day down, so if we took out A's low, then I would be looking for a long at some point. Again, there's going to be such change in situations throughout the entire day. Don't do it alone. Don't do it in a room where people are just going to be yelling and screaming, take them sold, take them sold. Come where it's going to be a nice, calm room to be breaking down what's going on. Okay? So to even give you a scenario right now is silly. We're taking out a tremendous amount of destinations and reference points if we stay up here. We're going to have 2 gaps, right? You're going to have an island gap fill, even in ES, from the downside now, but from the gap from the other day, and then our normal gap fill, okay, from today. Same in NQ. So, again, the best I can say is take a deep breath. We're here to make money, not to be heroes. If you don't trade for the first half hour or hour, That makes you a patient trader. That will make you a successful trader as opposed to people just slamming on keys as soon as the market opens. Good luck trading today. Be smart. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Hope to see some of you join in the next hour or so, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.